Welcome to the news on NTA International. I'm Olajide Bello. Now the headlines. Bulgarians headed for the polls this Sunday in their seventh election in less than 4 years, while Japan's ruling party fell short of a majority for the first time since 2009 in snap elections. Russia has been announcing almost daily that it has destroyed Ukrainian drones from several regions, particularly near the border. Plus, migrants attempting to cross the English Channel has resulted in the death of an Indian national. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu extended his warmest congratulations to President Luong Kang of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam on his historic election to the esteemed leadership position by the parliament. 60-year-old Kang has served in the Vietnamese army for over 40 years and has been a Politburo member since 2021. In a statement by the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Tinubu welcomes President Kang's post-election promise to promote Vietnam as a friend, trusted partner, active and responsible member of the international community. President Tinubu equally reaffirmed that the enduring warmth and friendly relation between Nigeria and Vietnam, as evidenced by the steady growth in trade and cultural exchange, is rooted in a shared commitment to fostering a more peaceful world. The president assured the Vietnamese leader of Nigeria's commitment to improving bilateral relations across various sectors, including trade, agriculture, food production, education, cultural, technological exchange, with hopes for President Kang's successful leadership in serving his people and humanity. Bulgarians voted on Sunday in their seventh election in less than 4 years. Bulgaria, one of European Union's member states, has been at a standstill since 2020 when massive anti-corruption protests brought down the cabinet of conservative three-time Prime Minister Boyko Borisov. 6 consecutive votes since then, he had so far failed to yield a stable government. Report says Borisov's GERB party once again looks set to top Sunday's vote. Similarly, Japan's ruling party fell short of a majority for the first time since 2009 in snap elections on Sunday, a blow to new Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba. Voters have been irritated by rising prices and fallout from a party slush fund scandal that helped sink previous Prime Minister Fumio Kishida at the LDP headquarters after the polls closed on Sunday. Faces of people were gloomy as exit polls said Ishiba's Justice and Agriculture Minister were likely to lose their seats. Russia has been announcing almost daily that it has destroyed Ukrainian drones, says it has shut down 51 Ukrainian drones from several regions, including near the border. Moscow's defense ministry states this Sunday. The statement added that
и Черноморского побережья Краснодарского края сбито 123 украинских беспилотных летательных аппаратов самолетного типа.
The statement added that such 18 drones were intercepted in the Tambov region, about 400 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, and 16 in area of the border town Belgorod. Others were shot down in the regions of Oil, Bryansk, Lipsk and Voronezh, while one was intercepted in the Kursk region, where Ukrainian troops have been conducting a ground offensive since August and control several hundred square kilometers of Russian territory. But Kyiv, on the other hand, claims that the strikes, which often target energy infrastructure, are in response to Russian bombardment of Ukrainian territory. Migrants keep warm and dry up their belongings after an attempt to cross the English Channel resulted in the death of a migrant. The death of a man of Indian nationality comes after 2 boat mishaps in the last 10 days. Kulo Mohammed tells us more.
The deceased had set off from the beach in the Pas-de-Calais department in northern France. The vessel, which was in very bad condition, according to the local prefecture, deflated immediately after leaving the beach at about 5:30 a.m. Not all the passengers had life jackets, but most on board were able to swim back to shore. One of them, about 40 years of age, had a cardiorespiratory arrest and could not be revived by emergency services. Sunday's death brings the total number of deaths on the France-Britain route across the channel to at least 56 in 2024, already more than any previous year, with 2 months left to the end of the year. 2 men and a woman were killed on Wednesday when their boat was wrecked around 2 kilometers offshore near Pas-de-Calais. The previous week, a 4-month-old baby died after a boat disintegrated, while 3 migrants were hospitalized on Friday after suffering injury or hypothermia on attempted crossing. Britain and France have worked together for years to prevent people departing northern France in small boats en route Britain. As the Guardian, coordinator of Migrant Aid Association, says what is responsible for the uncontrolled deaths is migration policy, which he said should be changed as long as safety is needed along the channel. Kola Muhammad, NTA News.
Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics, ASIP, has extended the 15 days ultimatum issued to the proprietors of public polytechnics and colleges of education and technology on 7th of October 2024 to review state of affairs in the sector or face industrial action to the 2nd of December. The union says this followed a stakeholders meeting convened by the Federal Ministry of Education on the 23rd of October 2024, where resolutions and an action plan were developed to resolve its demands on improving standards in the tertiary institutions. The demands include welfare of staff, intrusion of MBTE into the statutory responsibilities of academic boards of polytechnics, and matters of HND, students' admission, revitalization of infrastructure, payment of all outstanding promotion arrears, payment of outstanding arrears of 25% and 35% salary review from January 2023 to December 2023 in federal polytechnics and colleges of technology, and the implementation of the salary review in state institutions, among many others. It thanks the federal government for the intervention and its members for the show of solidarity. In line with President Bola Tinubu's agenda of returning 10 million out-of-school children back to school and reforming Almajiri system of education in Nigeria, the National Commission for Almajiri and Out-of-School Children Education has solicited the support of stakeholders in the education sector and traditional institutions to implement the policy. This was at the engagement visit led by Secretary of the Commission and his team to the Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan, and the 43rd Olubadan of Ibadan land. Lukman Hassan has details.
The Secretary of the Commission, Dr. Muhammad Sani Idris, noted there is need to stem the tide of banditry, insurgency, social vices, street begging, and other forms of criminal elements in different parts of the country.
Almajiri and out-of-school children's education is a transborder issue. And then when you are addressing it in Nigeria, other countries, other neighboring countries will also have a model worthy of emulation from us.
The stakeholders promised their support to the Commission to achieve its mandate.
Those children that are out of school are those that we are going to hand over baton to, that will be leaders tomorrow. If they are not properly educated, there is no way that it will not affect, the nation at large.
The civil society, the religious leaders, to ensure that if we cannot eradicate the issue of Almajiri and the out-of-school children, at least we bring it down to a minimal level.
The Commission also charged corporate organizations to lend their support as part of their social responsibility for the betterment of the society. In Ibadan, Lukman Hassan, NTA News.
The National Orientation Agency has developed a national values charter to entrench the real Nigerian character. This was the focus of the stakeholders' engagement on the national anthem and national values charter held in Jalingo. Correspondent Bem Hanya reports.
Over time, the National Orientation Agency, NOA, in its bid to re-engineer a fundamental approach to value orientation and attitudinal change, has carried out some campaigns nationwide. In its latest effort to entrench the real Nigerian character in the citizenry, the agency held the stakeholders' engagement and town hall meeting in Jalingo, the Taraba state capital, which drew participants from different backgrounds.
For us to change Nigeria, I would like to tell us today that we have the responsibility to search ourselves first.
We have lost our values as a people, and that is why crime rate is rising.
The agency enlightened the public on some of its proposals that were approved by the Federal Executive Council, including the restoration of the dignity of the national symbols, including the national flag, anthem, pledge, and coat of arms. It said, while only the first stanza of the national anthem will be rendered at official functions, the third stanza will be the national prayer, and the three stanzas will only be for special occasions.
This spirit is behind the work that the National Orientation Agency is doing currently. We have found that we need to establish an identity for the Nigerian.
The national values are to be inculcated into the curricula of schools at both the basic and post-basic levels, in addition to the establishment of the National Values Brigade at all primary and secondary schools in Nigeria, as well as make national values a compulsory component of the mandatory National Youth Service Corps, NYSC.
By the time we imbibe these values and decide to go and abide by them, Nigeria will become a truly great nation.
A National Identity Project Committee comprising top government functionaries, selected private sector players, youths and women groups, traditional and religious leaders will be constituted in all the states of the Federation. In Jalingo, Bem Hanya, NTA News.
You're still watching the news on NTA International. We'll take a break now. More reports shortly. Thanks for being there. To overcome challenges of food security in the country, the federal government, through Kano Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone, commenced the distribution of inputs to rice and tomato farmers in 16 local government areas of the state. Aminu Umar has the details.
The Kano Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone is an initiative of the federal government to revitalize Nigeria's agricultural sector through the provision of inputs and modern farming techniques. The initiative focuses on pivotal value chains in rice, groundnut, sesame, and tomato farming.
As part of the Mr. President's Renewed Hope agenda to ensure that we diversify our economy with agriculture. So we're trying to change the narrative of agriculture as a normative way of life, but to a profit-making business to improve the livelihoods of our farmers and also the GDP of our country.
This is a pilot project for rice and tomatoes, which is contained there in the SAPZ program. And I'm sure our farmers are so skillful and they are looking for this help to boost the productivity of their output.
The beneficiaries who received fertilizer, seeds and pesticides expressed gratitude for the gesture and pledged to make good use of the assistance.
We are really happy with this program, definitely, because we receive a lot of knowledge. We have been trained, not once time, at least 2 to 3 times.
We are very happy to receive this support. It will definitely boost our palm products. Thank you, SAPZ and the Kano State government.
As a female farmer, the rice seed and fertilizer will empower me. I am sure Kura local government will not only provide more foods for local consumption, but for the whole Nigeria. We are very grateful.
They also expressed confidence that the intervention will go a long way in meeting the country's food production needs and setting the stage for a long-term economic growth as well as creating job opportunities. In Kano, Amin Umar, NTA News.
17 more young girls trafficked to Ghana have been rescued and brought back to Nigeria. This operation also led to the arrest of 5 traffickers in Ghana through the assistance of the Ghanaian Anti-Human Trafficking Police, NIDO Ghana, and the Nigerian High Commission in Accra. Chairman Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike W. thanked the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for her unwavering support in facilitating the return of the girls. Acknowledging the important role played by Chief Callistus Elozewa, BOT Chairman, Nigerian Diaspora Organization, Ghana, chapter and the Anti-Human Trafficking Police Unit in Ghana, as well as the Nigeria High Commission. Abike Dabiri Eriwo expressed her satisfaction with the collaboration of the two countries in fighting human traffickers. The NIDCAM boss applauded the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in its commitment to combating human trafficking and protecting the rights of Nigerian citizens both home and in the diaspora. She said the rescued girls and the traffickers have been handed over to the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, for proper rehabilitation and onward transfer to their various states. The rescued girls, aged 18 and 29, hail from various states across Nigeria, including Anambra, Abia, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Imo, Edo, and Ebonyi. The girls were lured to Ghana under false promises of employment, but were forced into sexual exploitation, and getting to Ghana, they were forced to take an oath of non-disclosure and allegiance. She noted that there are still many more trafficked victims waiting to be rescued. William Arega, Director Anti-Human Trafficking Unit Criminal Investigation of the Ghana Police Service, commended Abike Dabiri for her unwavering commitment in rescuing these girls and, most importantly, for championing the arrest and prosecution of the traffickers. He said, over the years, the traffickers have been having good times because nobody is coming for them. But now it is heartwarming that a motion has been initiated to collaborate with the Ghanaian authorities in ending the menace. A large consignment of illicit drugs have been uncovered by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLA, at a shrine in Lagos. Sawa Khalil Ibrahim has details of NDLA weekly activities. Details of that report will come in our subsequent bulletin. A former vice president of Zone B and current national treasurer of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Dele Atubi, has flagged off his presidential campaign with a message of rejuvenation. The NUJ presidential candidate at the flag-off ceremony in Abuja promised not to compromise the interest of the union, but protect and cater for the welfare of members. Charles Alpha reports.
Echoes of rejuvenation and a promise of delivering a transformational rather than transactional leadership came to the fore in Abuja. The quest to activate full constitutional powers of the NUJ with honor and integrity, to make NUJ a voice in policy and governance, resonated as the NUJ presidential candidate Dele Atumbi, a lawyer by profession, reeled out a roadmap to a rejuvenated union before fellow comrades at the NUJ Secretariat in Abuja.
We have a vision and we have a mission. A vision to develop the NUJ, a mission to be accomplished in the interest of all of us. When I'm voted for as president of NUJ by the grace of God and by your popular vote, there are series of issues that we will do. The first thing has to do with your welfare. We will not for anything compromise the welfare of journalists in this country.
Part of the roadmap to a rejuvenated union, if elected, the presidential candidate said will include training of journalists, premium to infrastructural development at the National Secretariat, set up mechanism for increased revenue, empower NAWAJ to enjoy its freedom, given the right nomenclature of a national president.
In all the capacities I've had the opportunity to serve, I serve with all in all. I provided leadership.
I invite you all to join this trend to deliver the message of the rejuvenation projects across our colleagues.
It's not expected of us as a union to extend to him that which he has given us years before now.
You are honest, transparent, accountable, competent, and you are a growing performer.
We must all collectively work hard to ensure we pick up back to the stage we all deserve to be.
Dele Atumbi's nationwide NUJ presidential campaign is expected to be rounded off in Owerri. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
Now let's go back to Salwa Khalil Ibrahim for details of NDLA activities during the week.
A total of 2,118 pills of tramadol concealed in soles of 13 pairs of shoes going to Cyprus were seized at the export shed of the Lagos airport on 12th October 2024, and additional 380 tablets recovered from the home of the sender during a follow-up operation in Enugu. Meanwhile, NDLEA operatives in Lagos on Friday, 25th October, raided a shrine at the Alpha Beach, Abuja, where jumbo bags of Ghanaian loud, a strain of cannabis, were recovered and 2 suspects were arrested. A total of 11,786 pills of tramadol, molly, rofinol, and diazepam, as well as 64 bottles of codeine syrup, were recovered from an underground storage. The suspect dug the illicit drug storage deep in his bedroom. Seizures and arrests were also made in Plateau, Abuja, Edo, and Osun states during the week under review. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
The Federal Capital Territory Police Command has confirmed the collapse of a building situated in Vedas Estate within the Sabon-Lugbe extension. A statement signed by the command spokesperson, Superintendent Josephine Ade, indicates that preliminary investigations reveal that the building was previously demolished by the FCT authorities due to its location in an illegal acquired area. Regrettably, the structure was further compromised by scavengers who have been tampering with the rubble for scrap metal, ultimately leading to its secondary collapse. A total of 5 individuals were successfully rescued from the debris and there were no reported fatalities. In the light of this incident, the police command urges the public to respect the boundaries of demolished structures and construction sites, ensuring their safety and preventing similar occurrence in the future. The NNPC Limited says beyond the 3 bodies found in the ill-fated helicopter operated by East Wind Aviation that crashed Thursday in Port Harcourt, no other bodies have been recovered. A statement by Olufemi Shone, Chief Corporate Communications Officer, NNPC Limited, reiterated that intensified search and rescue operations for the remaining bodies, along with relevant authorities, is ongoing. The statement extends the company's heartfelt prayers for the family members and the unfortunate incidents. Now, Nigeria's Deko Oluwatimilane has been crowned champion of 15th African Scrabble Champion in Kigali, Rwanda. Details and more. Let's join Suleiman Musa on Sport Update. Our check on Monday's weather prospects for Nigeria and other cities of the world. This is where we end the news on NTA International. Thanks for watching. I am Olajide Bello.